our purpose in coming here every year is to recognize those who came before us and gave us the opportunity that we've had in our lifetime. And I'll read the plaque on the monument. The Plains, dedicated in loving memory and grateful recognition, we honor at this place our immigrant ancestors, the early settlers who left their homes across the sea to become the stonecutters, shoe workers, mill workers, laborers, and builders of an earlier Milford, for their insight and determination to make the Plains our home. This year, we're also adding something that we'll be doing each year from now on. We're going to highlight one person's life who had come from the Plains, someone who brought great pride to the Plains, great pride to the entire community. In this case, great pride to the entire world. We're so fortunate here in Milford to be able to say that the roots in the Plains were able to bring forth a Nobel Prize winner.
I was proud to be chairman of the Old Timers Athletic Hall of Fame committee at Milford High School. And it was my committee that nominated Dr. Joe Murray to the Athletic Hall of Fame. He was an outstanding first baseman for high school and Legion baseball. And in those days, during the 30s, it was a depression, and the town park was a beehive of people. There were no jobs, so everybody was at the town park, and they had 6 tennis courts. And Joe Murray had the reputation of being the best tennis player at town park. So wherever he was, he excelled in everything he did.
Very pleased to be at the annual Plains Reunion event, where we had the usual ceremony at the monument on East Main Street. This year they're doing a little bit differently. They're recognizing someone who's made a great contribution, certainly to our country, and has roots in the Plains. So to kind of carry that theme through, I asked my cousin, Rick Murray, who is Dr. Joseph Murray's youngest of 6 children, to come down and talk a little bit about his memories of Milford and the connections that they had to the Plains.
Thank you, Brian. Thanks for covering this event. I grew up in Wellesley, somewhat near here, and the youngest son of my father's and my mother's. And I have very fond memories of being out here quite a lot, visiting cousins and visiting other family members through the years. And it's particularly special for me being here, being invited here today, because my father, despite our last name being Murray, was very, very proud of his Italian background. And particularly since this is the Plains area, that's most appropriate to be here. And from the De Pasquale family, and his mother was Mary De Pasquale from obviously the local area. And some of the things that I remember very much about coming out here at the time and relating to my father's Italian heritage was he was always very much in favor of immigration, of the fact that his great-grandparents and grandparents had come over. He was a well-known person, my father was. He received a Nobel Prize in Medicine and Physiology in 1991. He pioneered organ transplantation as the field with kidney transplantation. He had the opportunity to travel the world, particularly after that, and one of the places he went early on, within a few years, was back to visit the local villages in the hills above Naples, which is where the family had come from. And he was very surprised to see that they knew of him, but more importantly than that, they still had pictures of all the De Pasquale family members who had come over various times to either here or Newport or Providence, and those sorts of stories. So it was really nice for me to be invited out here by my cousin Brian. I'm actually a former selectman in my town of Scituate, Massachusetts for 9 years, so I understand what these are all about, these little meetings like this, and the importance of them, because this is what makes a town a town. And so I thank you again, Brian, for inviting me out here, and thank you to the community of Milford for being so welcoming.
Hey everybody, this is Tim Coette. Make sure you check out full episodes of The Milford Informer on Milford TV. New episodes air every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. and then re-air frequently over the course of the weekend. Milford TV can be found on Comcast Channel 8 and Verizon Channel 38. And if you live in the Milford area and have an idea for a news story, you can contact us at news@milfordtv.net.